Welcome to 60 Days in, The Aftermath. I'm Soledad O'Brien. Season 7 of 60 Days In is over, and an unprecedented group of undercover participants fought to survive in what may have been the most unique and challenging season we've ever seen. For the first time ever, all of the participants had been previously incarcerated.
When I went in, I was in jail mode. I knew once the wig and the lashes was off.
Right on.
I really felt like I was like a true inmate, like a thug at that point.
You put an individual in a position like this, you give them no choice but for them to revert to their own ways, you know? So I, unfortunately, got in that mindset almost immediately, you know?
I think when I was in prison, I was a goon. Like, I was just reckless.
You feeling that you have to go in there a certain way, which is pretty much negative, to just survive. Like, why couldn't you be who you are now and not be at risk of being injured or something like that?
Because if you go in there with a mentality being calm, cool, collective, people tend to feed off that.
But that's what I'm saying. Why is that the thing?
It's just, in male prisons, that's what it is. If I went in there and I didn't do what I was doing or moved the way I was moving, guess what? You might as well put a sign on me saying I'm 60 days in.
So completely justified in your mind.
I was making the moves. You wanted the results? Hey, I had to do what I had to do to get the results.
I think you really became an inmate,
Mm-hmm.
a real true one.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, Darius, you guys are friendly.
Yes. When it came to Carlos, I feel like he took the program so seriously.
Yeah.
So I think in his mind, everything that he was doing for the benefit of the program. I don't think he was there to try to hinder the program or hurt the program or anything like that. Like he said, he did get involved in a little bit too much. He did try to spread his wings a little bit too much, in my opinion. But it all came from a good place. Even though it may not appear that way, it did. And for me, that's what it was about.
Anyone else want to weigh in?
Well, for me in particular, I didn't know Carlos coming in. And like concern of mine was to get recognized from my social media as soon as I walk on the unit.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Carlos has passion. I saw it in his eyes when he came in the door. But it was our job to make sure, not only with Carlos, but with everyone, that we protect you from yourself. And once you go into a deep inmate mode and you start doing things that you don't know that we're looking at, that could be a charge, man. Pull back. What are you doing? But that's stardom stuff, bro. That ain't, that's laughable to me.
The way he speaks to people is like condescending. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand he has his job to do, but it's kind of condescending. Like he's superior than us.
This is serious business for me.
Do you guys all agree that he should have been pulled? Darius does not agree.
From the outside looking in, I see why the sheriff did it. But from the inside, I don't think Carlos was losing himself.
But you gotta remember, the drug problem in this country, you got pills nowadays, they're prescribed to people for a reason. There could also be pills in there that are laced with fentanyl. So for an individual to get to the level where he has to take a pill, and if he's not naturally taking pills in the outside world, but he's in jail now taking a pill, apparently he's not thinking right. So it's a good thing you did pull him, because what if that particular pill had fentanyl in it and he OD'd?
What do you guys think?
He shouldn't have took the pill, you know, but hey, you know, that's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to be Carlos.
Yeah, I understand.
And I wanted to tell the sheriff, as far as like when I came in and they did a search, like you might not have a major street narcotic in your jail yet, but it could be a possibility because they don't do the right
Searching.
They don't.
I wanted to show how easy it is to access this stuff.
Do you regret doing that?
No, I don't regret it because it gave him the potential on what to fix now in his jail.
Going in, were you worried that your sobriety was going to be threatened?
I mean, I really wasn't, but once I got in there and all this started going through my mind, I'm like, whoa, I started thinking, I can get some sleeping pills. Even that, I didn't want to become that person again. And I got to realize that I need to get through my feelings without medicating myself.
I commend you for pulling out, so.
That's my buddy.
Good word.
Yeah.
I want to come over here and give you a hug too, low key.
Yeah, that was definitely strong of you, and You made the right decision. I'm proud of you.
I was watching this show in prison 5 years ago, you know what I mean? So I wanted to make sure that I went on this show not to be labeled as telling on anybody. I went in there to analyze that jail and what they're doing right or wrong, and what I seen was deplorable. The nutritional values of an individual, from the milk to the fruit, is vital. You know what I mean? I never seen a fresh fruit or canned fruit the whole time there. You got guys walking around picking through the garbage. You got guys walking around. I never seen a grown man pick through the garbage in my life in any prisoner jail I've ever been to. And then shaving on an individual, let a man shave, man. You gonna let a man you gonna let a man go in front of a judge and go to his family on a visit. The man that had a haircut or shaved looks like damn Neanderthal.
So that's a long list.
Oh, I like this. I
Litany.
like to break it down. I talk too much. I talk too much, though, right?
That's okay. I appreciate that. I want to
though.
give the sheriff,
You know
though,
what I mean?
a moment to respond.
People laugh about this. Everybody up here is laughing. You know, there's one time I really ain't laughed yet, right? Because I take this seriously.
Yeah,
like,
we
I
never
care
laughed.
about
Who's
what's
laughing?
I'm saying just like jokes and comments and like that. I take this very
But when you say
very
everybody, and when you
So-
say everybody, this is everybody.
Like I said, I'm not here to have a good time. I serve a purpose here. You know what I mean? I'm not having a good
We're
time.
here having a good time.
And then this is the
don't know.
thing,
Hold
you're
on,
being
hold on.
irrational.
I think you're here to show out.
I ain't showing. I can show out in the street. I'll go out on Cicero Avenue. I'll go on
Okay.
87th. I ain't got to show out right
you
here.
ain't gotta
I'll go out the
get
lounge and
down
show
like
Hey, guys.
that.
Hey,
Come on
Lynn,
now, you got me
Lynn,
twisted right here.
Carlos?
You know what? One thing I was concerned about was if somebody came at me the wrong way when I was in there, because I would have handled it accordingly. But I was always going to give an individual respect. If somebody came at me wrong, I was going to give them respect. But as soon as I walked in the unit, this man looks at me and he's like, Lucky Chucky. I thought my cover was blown within the first minute of being on the unit. I'm like, here we go, you know? And then he went around telling people, oh, I follow him on Instagram, Lucky Chucky, and my name's supposed to be Chase. So from the moment I walked in there, it almost seemed like this whole show was like a game.
First of all, it ain't no game. If anything, everything you do is a game. All right, everything. Hold on.
You the
I'm
one
talking.
that's a game. I'm
Pay
gonna expose
attention.
him too.
Pay attention when I'm
Shut the
talking.
up
Pay
talking
attention
to
to
me
when I'm
like
talking.
that.
You're not built
Guys,
like that. You're not built like that.
Excuse
You're not built
me.
like that,
Hey,
homie.
Hey, we ain't doing that, dude.
Like that, homie.
Carlos, hello.
Yeah, all right.
Hey,
We'll see.
Carlos.
We'll see.
Carlos. Guys.
You're not built.
Guys.
Hear this man, he tried to come at me like that,
Guys.
like he tough or something, man. Say that for somewhere else, man.
So now at this point,
Right, you see him?
no, hold on. So now at this point, everything that you said that you want to do, you're killing it.
Not me.
No, listen to me.
I'm gonna tell you why, too. Let's just
But
continue.
I want you to listen to me, brother. I
All
want
right,
you to process
I
this.
apologize.
The purpose of you all coming back in is to try to influence and change lives. You kill that in 30 seconds by doing this. If you do this right here, it negates everything we tried to do.
We already
So
opposition,
the
bro.
maturity level in you that I'm looking for, find it. Are you being an inmate while being released? If I'm still an inmate while being released, will you always be incarcerated to yourself? That's what you're showing. Nobody cares about you trying to beef with somebody else. Nobody cares about
that. Wasn't
that.
my intentions.
But it's here now. It's center stage, and we don't have time for that.
You know, and Carlos said that when he said Lucky Chucky, he thought I in my pants. I just want to know, why would you say Lucky Chucky? If you knew that all the participants weren't supposed to know each other, what would make you point me out like that? When you know you weren't supposed to do that.
You asked a question, let him answer it. Let him answer it.
I'm gonna answer that
Thank
question.
you.
I'm gonna answer that question.
No, answer the question,
Right.
please.
Why that? Because that's all I knew you by. That's all I knew you by. I only addressed you as Lucky Chucky. I didn't know you by Chase. I didn't know you by Chase. Everybody that sees you, they know you by Lucky Chucky.
So there was no moment when you saw him that you thought, oh, this could be a guy who's a participant in the program. Not a moment where you thought that?
I knew he was a participant because he has no reason to be in
So
Atlanta.
why would you
So-
point me out, though, if they knew
It just slipped out. You know what? At the end of the day, I'm gonna take fault for what I did. Me calling you out by Lucky Chucky, that's my fault.
Because I'd rather not known you at all.
All right,
to be
but
honest
listen,
with you. I would have rather
that's my
said
fault.
nothing.
But the way you're treating and the way you're talking about all the participants here, laughing and all that, and the way you're reacting right now, honestly, you're reacting like that, and you said it because of the public, and you are recognized on TikTok. So you're feeling right now that you got to defend yourself because all the followings and all the people that know you are gonna look at you as weak.
Let's move on if we can.
This is more along the lines to keep
Carlos,
credibility on your end.
Carlos.
No, this is just facts of the matter.
Guys, honestly, when I call your name, I need you to stop talking. Okay?
No disrespect to you.
No,
I'm a grown
you
ass
are
man. He's addressing me,
disrespecting
I'm
me
addressing him
because
back.
you're talking over me.
I'm
That
addressing him back.
literally is the definition of disrespecting me. So stop it.
You know, and at the end of the day, I've been to prisons. I've been to prisons just like you. You probably did more time than me, but man, Henry County Jail is nothing. I've been to Rikers and all that. You wouldn't last, homie.
Yeah, I wouldn't
That's
last.
real.
I was hoping we go to Rikers. I actually asked them.
Guys,
Yeah,
you know
wouldn't
what
last.
we're
I
not
wouldn't
going to
last,
do?
but you lasted
Guys,
there, tough guy, right?
Gentlemen,
you lasted
again,
there. You
don't
lasted there,
overtalk
tough guy.
me.
This guy's blowing
Guys,
kisses, bro.
you
guys.
I got a gay bone in my
You
body.
mad.
Y'all
Guys.
get on like that,
Hey.
but not like me.
You mad?
Chase,
Jesus
I need you to
Christ.
stop. I need you to stop talking when I'm speaking, please. Both of you. Carlos, I'm over here.
He's over
Yes,
there
ma'am.
blowing kisses at me.
Chase.
Got your attention though, right?
Chase.
Your blood is boiling. I'm renting space in your head.
Guys,
Kids gonna be watching this.
Look like a little stool pigeon, you know what I mean?
Stop acting what?
Look like a little stool pigeon, you know what I mean?
How my taste, bro? How my taste? How my
You a
taste?
old bitch.
Chase.
Why you so
Wait, this one
Why
grown
you so
man's
mad?
blowing kisses
Guys.
at me and
you so mad?
you know what I mean?
Why you so
Shut
mad?
it.
Tap out.
Carlos.
We're just from two different cities. We're from two different organizations. I think
Organization has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but you're braggadocious about how you were Latin King this and Latin King that.
Latin King.
Now let me point out too, if I even say what my
I'm real
organization-
to who I am.
Hey, I'll get banned from my social media for dangerous individual or organizations, but it's okay for him to post about the show and to post about his organization. But if I do it, I'll get banned. See, that's the difference between you and I.
So I'd like to hear.
That's the difference.
I'd like to hear from the sheriff
clown.
now.
That's the difference. You're a
Carlos.
clown.
No, I'm for real.
Guys.
You're a clown.
I'm for real.
You're a clown.
Oh my God, you guys are a lot of work, Sheriff.
That's what happens when you get, a real one.
Chase, shut up for a second, please. Literally, shut up.
I don't feel like I'm in jail. I feel like I'm in an insane asylum.
The groundbreaking experiment returns for the first time ever with 7 former inmates.